Hey guys, namaste. Just let me give it a minute. I just had a couple of things to say and reporting from my bed. I didn't even have coffee yet, guys. I didn't have coffee. I just wanted to jump on, say a couple of things and ask a couple of things, and then I'm going to jump off and go have coffee. Start my day. I thought I took off all my makeup last night, but it doesn't look like I did. So hi, Donna Becca. I love you. I miss you. Hi, Scout. Greetings from New York. Upstate New York, right? You in Saugerties? Saugerties, New York is where my grandfather was from. But Cairo, New York was where all my aunts and uncles lived. After they moved from Brooklyn, they moved to Cairo. Put a line on so we could. No, but I'm ugly. I'm ugly. It's a bad mess. I'm in my bedroom sleeping. I know. I'm trying to get my beauty rest. That's gonna take a long time to get my beauty rest. Okay. I was just jumping on, guys, because I want to tell you a few things and about what's coming up and what already has been put up. But there's a little bit of a problem. So let me just wait one more minute for people to get in. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm on different medication for my sleep medicine is different, so I'm very, very sluggish. So I'm probably gonna have to switch back to the other medication. Um, they only gave me 15 pills, so I'm down to only 4 left. So I might switch back sooner than later. It has been working a little bit, but I can't really work. Like to get up to go to work is really hard. If I'm gonna stay home, yeah, that's fine because then I could sleep. But I just can't get up. It's really by the time it works, it's too hard to get up. But we'll see what the doctor says. Yeah, I'm all cozy with my gray and white blanket and my gray pillowcase, satin pillowcase. I wasn't going to show my face because I don't like to do that. I like to be. Sorry. Okay, so hardly anybody is here, and this is what's been happening. I used to get so many people on my lives. I know I didn't advertise it. And it's just a quick one. I just didn't want to do I didn't want to do it just regular video. But I just wanted to say a couple of things to ask you guys to let you know what I'm doing, planning on doing. Let me sit up 1 second, guys. Yeah, I'm sitting in a dark room. I already took my thyroid pill. There's a little light for you. It's terrible. I look terrible. So, but it's not about that. It's okay. Hi, love. Oh, you have a different name now? Oh, your other account. Okay, at least it's on. Yeah, yeah, I'm live. I look a hot mess, but I wanted to come on just to tell you guys a couple of things and to ask a question. Because none of my lives or my videos are really getting out there. Actually, I was getting more views on um, TikTok, and I want situation to be um, my main situation to be uh, YouTube. But I'm getting really discouraged because when I went back to look in the analytics, only 45% of people are subscribing. Then anybody who comes back to watch a video, um, they watch a video and then they don't subscribe. So 45% subscribed is really bad. And it's just like, I mean, back in the day, like 2019, 2020, I at least used to have 70%. And I used to make a big deal about that not being enough. Sorry, my shirt. I cut the neck off too much and it's falling off. Um, but so that was one thing. So if you guys have any ideas of how I can make people subscribe and like, and you can't force them. YouTube doesn't like when you even say it, but like I'm starting to put it in the comment section again. And I notice a lot of channels put it in the comment section. They also put in different things, like they'll put in like, oh, you want to buy me a cup of coffee, here's my PayPal. If you want to donate to my channel, here's my PayPal. And I hate to be that way, but I'm trying to get people more involved so that if I do want to um monetize, I know that some people will come with me. And if I monetize, don't worry, don't worry. If I do try to monetize, it'll only be so that I can get my numbers up. And it's not really to make anything big. It would be like um, just so that I would have the commercials. So it would still be free. And then, like, if people wanted to do that join thing, that would be another step. I don't know how to do any of it. So I'm going to be talking to somebody about it. But I was told I'm supposed to think about it in February. Okay. But guess what? It's February. All right. So that's one thing. I'm asking people to please like and subscribe, just in general. Please subscribe to my channel. Make sure that if you are already a sub, like Scout, Lisa, um, Charlotte, Donna Becca, just make sure that you are subscribed and that the check mark is checked. Like you push the button all, you push subscribe, right? Sometimes unsubscribe and then resubscribe again because that helps you put it into the algorithm again. Um, because yeah, we should be at higher numbers. Um, And I always said I was going to do, once I got to 7,000, I was going to do like a live where I read like at least 7 people, or I wasn't sure how I was going to do it. I was going to do it like where maybe I think of a number, um, like I pick certain people. And the reason why I say 7 is because I get really tired. And not long readings, just like maybe short readings and I'm shuffling and I'm thinking and I'm doing it. So I didn't do it. When I reached 7,000, I didn't do it. And I'll tell you why. I didn't do it because nobody asked about it. Okay. And so I was a little bit sad. I was a little bit hurt because I was like, nobody even cares if I do that. So why should I even bother my energy level? Not one person asked me about it. So I was like, nobody wants me to do a live where they can possibly get a free reading. So I was like, I'll just do my usual work. Okay, so but I decided that that bothered me because if I make a promise in my life, I always try to, if unless there's a real bad reason that I can't do it, I always try to keep my promises, and that's how my mother raised me. Um, and so I will be announcing when I'll do that live, and I guess how I'll do it. I have to ask Devin, or maybe you guys have an idea on how I should do it. I know other people do it like they'll tell people to pick a number, and then or I'll have numbers in a basket, and I'll pick a number, and then whoever said it first will get the reading. I don't know. Um, yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Or maybe I'll just do a collective read. Like I'll just be like, does I see somebody like I just heard Robert. And I had Uncle Bob, but nobody ever called him Robert. I just heard something about Robert. So like I could do it that way. I could just see what comes in and ask you guys. That might be fun. That's how they do it on TikTok a lot of times. Like a collective read. But I just would have to meditate beforehand like I always do. Okay, so that's one thing. I'll do the live. I'll advertise the live. Let me know what you think about it. I know there's only 4 people here now, but when this live goes in, you guys, other people will see it. But I'll fully advertise when I'm going to do that so that I can have more people be available. But please make sure that you are subscribed. If you're just watching this a week from now, anybody, right now it is February 8th, 2025. February 8th, 2025. And yeah, please watch it. And another thing I have coming up is Aquarius. Aquarius, I didn't forget about you. Yesterday was my other sister's birthday, but so there's a lot of Aquarius birthdays in my family. So there's my son, then my sister Christine, then my nephew Jimmy, then my sister Patricia was yesterday, then my brother's on the 25th. So oh, and then my other niece is on the 21st of February. So it's a lot. It's a lot. Did I forget anybody? Hope not. Um, yeah, so I wanted to talk about doing the live with the collective read. I know I haven't been doing my car things. I know I haven't been doing my walk and talks. And that's another thing. It means a lot to me because I was looking back at my work. I put some old videos on my community page, like when I read about that baby Evelyn. A lot of people don't remember that I did that, but I did it. It wasn't long. And I said she was in the spirit world. And I said it was her mother. Okay, so I got a couple things right, but nobody knows about it because who's going to go back 5 years? So I did the work. You just have to go to my community page and you'll see there's the video. And you just push on the video. It'll give you like HTZ, slash. But that video, a couple of videos from 2025. From 2025. From 2019 when I started and 2020. So anyhow, so that's that. And then they told me, talk about the art. Don't forget about art. Okay, recently, yesterday, I just put up a couple of videos, art videos. I make them, the reason why I make the 10-minute videos on TikTok and transfer them over to YouTube is because I'm trying to get my art out on YouTube, on TikTok as well. And I'll tell you, I'm getting more views. But it's not good. Like when I say more, like I was getting 60 views or 40 views on YouTube, sometimes 20. And I was like, what did I do wrong? And then on TikTok, it would be like 60. And I know I never mind because my sister Patricia once told me that, like, when I was sad about, like, getting so many in the beginning, when the views were like, 20, 60. you know, and maybe just 100. And she would say, well, that's 100 views more than somebody else got, you know, and then you just add it up. Like when I did Capricorn, I did like 6 videos, and that's excessive. But there was just something that I had to get out. And so I did it, and that really, it wasn't like 5 hours. It was just 4 or 5 10-minute videos, and then 2 videos. That one was 33 minutes, one was 15 minutes. But anyhow, like if you didn't watch it and you're not Capricorn, and you might say, I'm not Capricorn, why should I watch it? Because you might have a Capricorn in your life, or one of your planets might be in Capricorn. And sometimes people tell me, hey, I'm not that sign, but this reading was my reading. This reading resonated with me, you know? So please, if you're following me, watch some of the stuff, and give it a like. And if you give it a comment, even if the comment is a heart, even if the comment is like, I have somebody, I think it's Eleanor, she always gives me butterflies or hearts, and or sometimes butterflies and hearts. She never says anything. So I'm like, I hope Eleanor likes the videos, but I know she does, because at least she's doing that, because I know she was there. She was on my page checking everything. So if you could please say something in the comments, that helps the algorithm as well. And also, what I was getting to, if I do anything with like, uh, I think it's called Patreon, it would be something silly, silly low, like um, uh, 4.99, 5.99. You know, the highest would be $10. Um, and like just like and that would just, well, $5, that would just be for people who want to do that, right? And then we would figure out what we would do, like, maybe um once a month reading, or phone call reading, once a month, something like that. We could figure it out. But anyhow, I don't have any of that figured out. Alls I have figured out is, please, make sure you're subscribed, tell your friends, share my videos, start sharing them again, because they shouldn't get 20 views. Even like subjects that people don't like are getting such low views on YouTube. And then I go back in and I try to put in description, and I put in tags, and I'm trying to put the title, um, and I'm still not sure why it's not working. But probably somebody told me that is a creator. Almost anybody I started with, they're all monetized. And they say that because they're monetized, their videos get pushed out into the universe, into the, into the algorithm. And I'm like, it's almost like they're forcing me to do it. But I've also been praying on it and asking God and asking my angels, is it time? And they were like, we're going to talk about it in February, because they wanted me to go visit my son. And that was a big trip, for us. And we did that. And then I worked 3 days in a row this week, and I realized, um, I can't do it. I can't with working. I am constant, and I love the kids. During flu season, I can bring home something that could kill Devin, and I'm not willing to do that. So like I'm kind of waiting for like flu system season to go away. Plus, it just tired me out. It just like took everything from me. Did I get some of the germs? I'm sure, because I had a stomach virus after that on was I home Thursday? All of Wednesday night into Thursday, I was running to the bathroom, and finally I took Imodium, because after going to the bathroom 7 times, I just was like, I felt dizzy. I saw stars. And I was drinking water, and I was drinking ginger ale, um, and coffee or tea, most likely coffee. But it still wasn't helping, because who has to go to the bathroom within 2 hours 7 times? So finally, I took the Imodium, and I have IBS, so when I get stressed out, that can go in. But this was like I I was in two different schools, and I got locked out of the building twice in the last day on Wednesday. I got locked out, and I had a situation. I was like almost in a panic attack because first, when I went to the playground with the kids, the other teachers didn't go. And so I got out. Like when you're a sub, they give you these keys around your neck. They barely ever open the door. It's that green light. Oh, that's radio. They are hardly open the door, um, the classroom door. But then what happened was I wanted to take the kids out, so I'm taking the kids out because give them fresh air and play and recess. And we get outside, and then there's like this little walkway. So there's the main doors and then the walkway. So we finally get out, the door closes, and I go to open it, and I go to open it with the key. Keys don't work. So then I see the gate, and it has a padlock. I'm like, oh my God, I'm sure I don't have the padlock key. But I try my keys, there's two keys, and I try the one key, and it does open it, but it gets stuck in the padlock. Well, I didn't know that it's supposed to get stuck in the padlock, but when you lock the padlock, then it'll come out. But then how do you get it open so that you can put it back on the fence? Meanwhile, I'm alone with the kids, and they run. I'm not usually worried if I'm in the classroom, but outside alone, I do worry. I do worry because something happened, and this is what happened. I walk over. I'm like choking myself with the key on the necklace and the padlock. I walk over to where the table is. I try to take the necklace off so that I'm not choking myself, and I could actually watch the kids. They're running like crazy, and this one little kid, he's so tiny. He ran, and there's like a big slab of cement, and then there's dirt. Sorry, I have to have coffee. And he ran and smashed his face, right? And I could see the bubble happening. Right? First of all, he had a little cut here to begin with, but I could see the bubble happening within seconds. You know how you get that bubble? So I go to take him, and then also I already sent about four kids to the nurse's office in the morning. 8 o'clock in the morning. The kids come in at 7. Kids come in at like 7:20 or 7:15. Well, they're already there because they eat breakfast, and then they come to the room around 7:25. But at 7:25, they wanted to go to the nurse, and I steamed them off until 8 o'clock, to give the nurse a break. But that some of them had such a bad, horrible cough that it was like they couldn't like catch their breath. So I was like, okay, send that one. The other one had an ear infection. That's painful. Send that one. And then finally, I get a phone call because I'm sending them with another kid because they're in kindergarten. And even going down the hall, I thought they couldn't do that by themselves. Hi, Miss Brady. We just wanted to tell you the principal said do not, because of the flu and the bad viruses going around, you can't send another kid with the kid. You can only send. I said, oh, I know you're calling because I'm sending too many kids. I know, I'm so sorry, but they're all sick. They're really sick. And like, I feel bad. I don't know what to do. Like, I try to keep them, sieve them off at bay and do this worksheet and this lesson first, but they look like they're half dead. So I didn't say dead, but he goes, no, 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 just don't worry. He goes, I'm just telling you, you could send them all you want. He goes, but just don't send them with anybody else. Only one person at a time. Don't send them with a partner. And I was like, oh, okay, they can make it there on their own. And they were like, yes. But that's the principal's rule. And I was like, okay, I already broke the principal's rule. So I'm like getting paranoid because this was my favorite school to go to last couple of, last 6 months to a year. and the principal used to always be so friendly to me. And I truly felt like I was messing up, like she didn't like me. But Devin always says I'm paranoid, and I am paranoid, but I go by my gut feeling. I'm like, oh, there was something said about me. I freaking always know when there was something said about me. I went into the teacher's room to leave my books and stuff so I can do dismissal, and I usually never leave my stuff in there. And I don't go in there to have lunch because I just want to shove my lunch down my face in my classroom with peace, looking at emails and stuff, and or just sit there in silence. I don't want to, like sometimes I'm forced to go, and I try to. When I first see, I'm doing this 10 years. I'm here 10 years in Texas. And when I first got here, Devin used to always say, "Stop staying in your classroom. You say you want to make friends. That's weird. If you're in your classroom, people know it and they think it's weird." So I forced myself to go to the cafeteria. I tried to make friends that way. I didn't make any friends. Okay. What are they doing in the cafeteria? They're talking about kids. They're talking about situations. They're complaining about stuff. They're not asking me any questions. They know I'm from New York. They know my story, why I'm here. Once they ask you that question, they never talk to you again, usually. I mean, they'll say hi, they'll do niceties, but nobody's asking you to go home and go out for pizza. No one's asking you, hey, you want to come out with us? We're going out for drinks on Friday. No one has said those words, okay? So I never even got invited to a Christmas party. Actually, one teacher invited me, but she was just trying to be nice because she said, I'm wondering, um, do you go to the Christmas parties? Because you said you were a sub for like 10 years here. And I said, actually, I was never invited. And she said, oh, you could come with me. You can come. And that was really nice. I really appreciated it. And then I I tried to get her number, and she was like, what do you need my number for? See? I don't think she gave me her number. Anyway, I'm getting off the track. What was I saying? Oh, so I'm locked out there. He falls down. I have to walk him to the door, and the doors don't open with both keys. One's stuck in the padlock still, and the other kids are all running around. I'm like, I'm not watching them because I'm trying to get this kid over in. So I start banging on the door. And thank God this para opened the door that I've worked with. And I go to tell her all the things that's happening. I go, thank God. Oh no, my keys didn't work. And she turned around and walked away. And then Devin said, maybe she didn't hear you. I go, ah. It was just it was a microcosm of so many bad things. Ah, did anybody else come in? You would love a week where you pull cards for people. Your views should sure to go up. Oh, I'll try that. I'll try that, Love 10. I mean, I used to do that all the time in the car. I would do my collective reads, but I just haven't, like, I've become a hermit. Like, when I'm not working, I've become a gosh darn hermit. And it's because I'm trying to figure something out. Okay, so anyhow, I had this situation with the kid. I don't even want to talk about it. It wasn't a big deal. It was like he refused. He called me rude. He was 5 years old, and he's on the spectrum. And then he called, but I worked with him before, and he was great. Like, I worked with him, pull him out of the classroom, bringing him to like the special classroom. But on Wednesday, it was a whole different story. And then he refused to leave the classroom. We were late for gym. I'm talking 15 minutes late. And then the teacher, the the music teacher came to talk to me. Like, he's almost like an assistant principal. And he came to the classroom to talk to me about what happened. What was the incident? Just in case the kid tells his mother, we have to be prepared. And I was like, nothing really, just, you know, he wanted another piece of paper. He said he cut his paper, but that's because he was fooling around and he drew something. I went over to him. I said, "This paper is nothing wrong with it, and we have to get going soon. So just use this paper." And he was like, "No, I'm not using it." And then I was like, "You're going to get your stuff. This is your last warning. Take your stuff and go sit over by my desk and work over by me." And he goes, "No, I'm not moving." Okay, so then I count to three. I said, "I'm going to call this teacher," because this teacher was in the building. And I was like, I was thinking to myself, I said, maybe I'm not made for this anymore. Maybe this is just too much. And then, like, you're constantly bringing the kids out to the other building, to the art, to the music. They have, like, there's a special school, like, they have, like, special things going on. And, yeah, I was so, by that point, I was so stressed out. Then my back goes out and nothing works. Like, I'll take my Excedrin. I'm getting that, I was getting that the migraine, the flash of lights were hurting my eyes, and I was like, oh no, like, this is really, how do I get to the end of the day? And then, like, I told Devin about it, and he was like, "Do you want me to pick you up?" I never leave the job before the job is over. You know, I'm gonna get my $100 for the day. Trust me, trust and believe. I'm gonna clock in at 7:15, and I'm gonna clock out at 3:30 or 3:15 or 3:30. Because that's what you get here. You get, if you have a master's degree, you get nine. They take out $5 for taxes, so you get 95. And I was like, no, I'm gonna get my 95. Either way. But anyhow, it was just a storm of things, and I realized that. So getting back, please check out my art videos. There's going to be a couple more coming. They are very in tune to the angels and what the angels mean. So even if you're not buying artwork, or you're not, apparently not many people are buying artwork, but you'll still learn about it. And you can still learn about the angels and what my actual artwork represents, my healing art. But yeah, that's what I want to ask. Please watch it. I have to go because I didn't have coffee. Once I don't, if I pass a certain point and don't give this brain and body coffee, then I'll have an instant migraine for the day. So I love you all. I just wanted to tell you some things are coming up. I'm going to try to do like a short video to let people know when I'm going to do the live so that you guys could be there. Because I haven't been getting, like, right now there's 9 people in the room. Or no, 9 thumbs up, 11 people. So I used to get like 30, 40 people. But it doesn't matter. Numbers don't matter because this video will go in there, and whoever needs to watch it will watch it even a year from now. But I love you all. I'm sorry I look like this. I haven't taken my shower or put my makeup on. Actually, apparently I haven't taken my makeup off. I thought I did. I took a wipe, and I guess the wipe didn't work. So I'll be taking my shower and doing Noxzema on my face. And best believe I'm going to clean this girl up. Maybe I'll see you guys later. Love you. Thanks for coming, Donna. Thanks for coming, Scout. Thanks for coming, Lisa Sarn. I love you guys. Thanks for coming, Charlotte. Love 10. Thanks for coming, Rain Cloud. I'm okay. How are you? I'm okay now that I'm home. You don't get notifications? So, Lisa, and anybody who doesn't get notifications, please, I mean, I didn't do a quick video before this video, but unsubscribe and then resubscribe, and things will pop up. It'll say, all on the top. Always push the button all, because then you'll get the notifications if there are any. Okay. Namaste, guys. Have a great day. Hopefully, I can get out for a walk today, and we'll see. So I can stop being a hermit. Like, I'm not a hermit because I do go out to work and I do go out to the store, but I just want to go for like even a 15-minute walk, because that's really good for you. Love you guys, and I was going to say Happy New Year. What? See how I need coffee? Love you.